Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have the biggest Costco haul easily that I've ever had, ever. My kids are starting school this week and I wanted to do just like a really solid back to school Costco haul and I thought I would share it. All right, if you're new here, hi, I'm Claire, welcome. Come on in and make yourselves comfortable. If you like what you see here today, be sure you hit subscribe. Now I have two children. One is going into 4th grade, the other is going into 3rd grade. And my 3rd grader has just now decided he would like to start packing his lunch as well. My oldest has always packed his lunch, but they both are going to be doing that this year. And sort of a fun thing I do pretty much every year since they've been going to school is we do a grocery shop together. I take the boys with me to the store, whether it's Aldi or Meijer, or today we did a big Costco one. And just to sort of like add to the excitement and anticipation of the coming year, they get to pick out whatever they want for their lunches. I mean, within reason. I'm not just gonna like send them with candy bars and nothing else. I also really prioritize convenience in the first month or so of school as we sort of get our schedule back onto the school schedule because there's just sort of a learning curve there every year. No matter how many years I do this, it's still an adjustment. And I find that if I have some really easy things to fall back on, that really saves me. So with that, let's get into it. I will start first by saying I spent $400.87, which if you watch me, I bet your jaw is on the ground because I normally spend $100 a week is my goal for the grocery budget. But as you know, as we get into it, you'll see why it was that much. And we'll start with the first thing on here, which was pretty expensive, $16.49 a piece. I got these big things of facial tissue. I got 2 of them. And there are 12 boxes in each of these, and these are actually going with the kids to school. The school always needs supplies like this, and that's just like something I like to contribute at the beginning of the year, whether it's a big case of pencils or whatever they sort of need, they always need tissue. So I got 2 big ones, and they were $16.50 a piece. So like already kind of expensive, but definitely worth it to keep everybody blowing their nose in the correct receptacle. Keeping all of the kids as healthy as possible. Next, the original price was $14.99. However, there was a deal today for $4.60 off. I picked up these Belvita Crunchy Breakfast Biscuits, cinnamon brown sugar. My oldest son really likes these, and if you watch me, you might know he's the pickiest child in the world. I mean, more than picky, he has been diagnosed with ARFID. It's a whole thing. So when we find a thing that he'll eat, we buy it. So I got these. Next, a classic for $4.99, I picked up a rotisserie chicken. Did you even go to Costco if you did not grab a rotisserie chicken? Next, for $9.49, I grabbed this huge box of Banza, which is pasta that's made from chickpeas. This is a really easy way to just increase my protein intake. I cannot get either of my kids on board with this, but I personally really like it. I do like the Aldi brand rotini as well. However, it did end up being a better deal per serving because this is a 3-pound box, and that was a really good deal. Next, for $2.79, I picked up a gallon of milk. Boring, but necessary. Next, for $10.49, I picked up this box of Little Bites party cakes. This is not something I would normally buy. First of all, I could just make mini muffins for fractions of what this costs, right? I'm more of a girl who would rather just do it myself in the oven and give it to my kids. However, there was a sample lady giving out samples of these, and since we let the kids pick anything that they kind of want that makes sense, they were like, oh, we want these in our lunches for the first week of school. Fine, throw it in the bag. Next, for $11.99, I got the Mott's fruit snacks, 90 count. This is a good deal. My little guy, he loves a package of fruit snacks, and honestly, who doesn't? I really like them because there's only 80 calories in a pouch, and this is like when I want like something sweet, like a bit of candy, but I don't really want to go buy like a big bag of gummy bears or whatever. A little pouch of Mott's will do the trick for me, a little sweet tooth moment. Next, for $12.97, I got this nice big box of Goldfish crackers, 45 packs, pre-packaged, ready to go. I know it's cheaper to buy like the Aldi brand and put it in your own bags or like in a reusable container, and I do that kind of stuff for lunches. But again, we prioritize convenience in the first month or so of school to make the transition easier, so we grabbed them. Next, for $9.99, I got this huge pack of mangoes, diced mangoes, like in like a fruit cup. And my oldest son, mangoes are his favorite fruit. It's basically a thing he'll always eat. So they do not sell these anywhere else that I have seen like this. So I was really excited to find these, and I think that that's a really good price for 20 fruit cups. So very excited to pack his lunch with these. He loves a mango generally, and we buy fresh mangoes when we can, but it's nice to have those, you know, just in case. Speaking of mangoes, let me go over all the other mango things I got, because I got a lot of mangoes. Next, for $10.79, I got these dried mangoes, sweetened. Obviously, there's sugar on them, but anytime my oldest is open to trying a thing, we always say yes. That's an important part of what he's going through right now, is we always encourage it. So he was interested, so I'm gonna do it. And the last mango thing for $9.99, which I know is kind of a lot, I got these fresh pre-sliced mangoes. There are 2 pounds of them here, and this is really gonna make that first week of school really easy because this is his preference. I think out of everything, the fresh mangoes are definitely his fave. So this is just gonna make it way easier for the first week of school. Next, for $13.99, I picked up this box of Dots seasoned pretzel twists. My little guy, he loves a seasoned pretzel. He loves the pub pretzels from Aldi, but he really likes the Dots. I mean, who doesn't, right? So he selected these, and it came with 32 bags, which I think is, you know, a solid enough deal. Next, for $13.99 each, I got 2 of these 4 packs of Lysol disinfectant wipes. These are also going to the school. Each of the children is gonna bring one of those giant things of facial tissue and a giant thing of these Lysol wipes. That's my contribution. That's what I got this year. And I know $13.99 is not the cheapest. You know, that is, you know, this was a lot to contribute, but I'm in a position to do it, so I feel strongly that if you can, you should. Next, for $12.79, I picked up something called Bobo's Bites, chocolate chip oat bites, baked with love. You get a 25 pack here, which I think is solid for the price. And my oldest picked these out, and he's never had them, but it's gluten-free, dairy-free, plant-based, 100% whole grain oats. And like I said before, when he's into trying something, we always encourage it. Next, for $10.49, I picked up some multivitamins, just like the gummy general multivitamins, the Kirkland signature brand. Just because we were out. I normally get the ones at Aldi, but I don't think it really matters that much. And I also got some for myself. These ones were $11.49 for the 2-pack. It's the adult multivitamin. And yeah, kind of boring, but we needed some, so I grabbed them. Next, for $9.99, I picked up these grilled cheeses. They're called toaster grills, and normally this is not something I would grab. It is so inexpensive and easy to just make a grilled cheese at home. However, my husband was like, hey, maybe we should get some like simple things for me to grab for lunch so that neither of us in the morning are worried about that. And I thought that was a really good point. So like I said, for the sake of convenience, I gave these a try. He's got a toaster at work. He can just grab one on his way. And this is an 8-pack, so we'll see if they're good. No prep, no mess, ready in minutes. We love that, convenience queen. So we'll give those a try. Next, for $4.49, I picked up this 2-pound container of strawberries. These will probably get eaten very quickly. When it comes to like fresh stuff, Costco isn't usually like where I go for that because we go through it really quickly. And it just seems like, you know, when I'm stocking up for things for like a long period of time, that's why I go to Costco, not just for like the fresh things. So not a ton of fresh food in this, but these will definitely be in the lunches this week. And speaking of berries, for $4.49, I also picked up this 2-pack of raspberries as well. My oldest son loves a raspberry, so we got those. Next, I got some fruit bars. They're normally $12.99, but they were $4 off today. And I actually tried these in my last sort of Costco haul, the Pure Organic 28 layered fruit bars. These are so tasty. My kids really like them. I really like them. Again, with the sort of like Mott's fruit snack situation, they're just sweet enough that they do feel like a little bit of dessert. So if you're like the type of person who likes something sweet at the end of the meal, but you don't want to like make a whole dessert, this is great. It's basically like candy, I'm not gonna lie. Everyone likes them. Next, for $9.89, my oldest son picked out this pack of Pocky. This is definitely not something I would normally buy, but he really, really wanted them. And it did seem just like the perfect sort of first week of school treat to have in the lunchbox, so I caved immediately and said, yeah, of course, throw them in the bag. Next, not a back to school item or even an edible item at all, I picked up a pair of pants for my husband. These were on sale for $12.99, and I mean, we're to that age now, you guys. I'm in my mid-30s, okay? I like Costco clothes. It's happened to me and I'm not ashamed of it at all, okay? We got some pants for my husband. Next, on sale for only $6.49, which I thought was a really good deal. I got this 50 pack of vegetable spring rolls. I love a spring roll. Who wouldn't? 9 grams of protein per serving and totally vegan. We love it. Good deal. Next, for $6.99, we picked up some all butter croissants. If you watch me, if you know me, you know, croissants are a main food group in my house. Whenever we go to Costco, we always get them. Last time at Costco, I got that big box of frozen croissants and they were so good and a really good deal, but they did not have them this time. It was just like a special thing. So that really bummed me out, but it's okay, I got those. Next, for $13.99, which this seems like a lot, I got this beef and lamb Euro slices, and it's because my husband said he was in the mood for some, and he was like, we should try to figure out how to make it. He was like, see if they have any ground lamb at Costco. And then I found this bag and I was like, or maybe we just get them already made. And he was like, yeah, buy it. So I did. So kind of pricey. It is what it is. We will definitely have some easy dinners out of this in the next couple of weeks. Next, for $11.49, I got the Kirkland Signature Soft and Chewy Granola Bars, a classic lunch bag treat. 64 bars for that price. Great, easy peasy. And there's no nuts in it because we have a nut-free school. So that is nice. Next, for $12.49, I got 60 cheese sticks. My little guy loves a cheese stick. I love a cheese stick. So I don't see this being too many for our household. It's a lot, but not too many. Next, for $10.99, I got this 2-pack of the Panera mac and cheese. I love this mac and cheese, and so does my youngest son. So I'm thinking probably this weekend, it'll just be like a lunch or a dinner for us. I think we're the only two really in the house that really like it, but he saw it there and he was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know you could buy it at the store. And I was like, hell yeah, throw it in the bag. Next, for $7.99, I got this 2-pack of the fresh mozzarella. It's the Kirkland Signature. What I really like is that it is pre-sliced. This is such an easy way for me to get some protein and just like something in my body when I do not want to cook or eat. Like I don't know, something with my brain. If I'm focused on a thing, I do not want to stop what I'm doing to go eat. And I find that cheese is what saves me a lot. Just grab a couple slices of this and I will stay alive. Next, I got another thing for my husband's lunches. These were originally $11.99, but they were $3.50 off today. They're these Sandwich Bros chicken melts. And I thought they looked pretty good. Raised without antibiotics. Perfect for any eating occasion. Wow. Again, just seemed like an easy way for him to get out on time in the morning without worrying about having to pack a lunch. So convenience all the way, but we'll see how we like them. It came with 15 of them, so I thought it was a pretty good deal. Next, for $12.89, I got this huge bag of the Ling Ling pot stickers, chicken and vegetable. These are so tasty and such an easy dinner, especially since, you know, use my rice cooker. I'll put rice on the bottom, I'll put the pot stickers on top, and that is the easiest little meal without having to try very hard. And it still has tons of vegetables in it and protein, and it's definitely a go-to for us. We love a pot sticker. I love a dumpling. I love a pierogi. I love any sort of noodly thing wrapped around other delicious things. We love a ravioli, okay? I'm into all of that. Next, for $12.59, I got this big bag of shrimp. We were just out of shrimp. I normally get it at Aldi, but the price wasn't that different. So I just went ahead and grabbed it at Costco. Next, for $13.99, I grabbed a big old container of chicken nuggets. Not exciting, not particularly top of the healthy list, but there's protein in it and it's simple and easy, and I know I can get at least one of my children to eat some. And of course, the first month of school or so, that's what we're focused on, making it easy on everyone. Next, for $14.99, I got some Jack Link's beef sticks. This is also not something I would normally buy, but they were sampling them, and my little guy was like, oh, I need these in my lunch. Okay, these are the best thing I've ever had. You're gonna need to buy these. And I was like, okay, fine. And for $10.99, the very last thing I bought on this trip, you guys, Chinese style bacon. Okay, stop. Look at how good this looks. I'm gonna have to Google it and see what the best sort of way to cook with it is. Maybe I'll find some like good recipes, But basically anytime I see something interesting that looks tasty, I'm gonna buy it. I love to cook. I love to experiment with different flavors and different ingredients. I've never cooked with Chinese style bacon, so I thought, let's give that a go. I'm like, 10 bucks, that's not that much to spend on something that could be incredible. I'm assuming it's incredible. It looks incredible, okay? So I got that. And that's it. There we go. Not pictured, 3 sodas and a slice of pizza that we also added to the total, making it like $404 or something like that. And yeah, there we go. That one really hurt, guys. I usually do not spend money like this when I grocery shop, and if you're not new to this channel and you see the way that I normally spend, you're probably like, girl, that was a crazy amount to drop on a shopping trip. But I do know the amount of food that I really did get here is insane. Like, this is a lot. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought, but especially if you've cooked with Chinese style bacon. I wanna know what you have to say about that. If you have any tips or recipes or whatever. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.